Hey, Dave Costa, Renegade Aviator, with a real quick video. And unlike other people on the internet, unlike other people that want to pontificate like somebody that has all the answers and is God's gift to aviation, I'm not going to mention any names. That would be mean. And nobody, there's enough people that don't like the Renegade Aviator, but certainly I never, ever want to be mean. Anyway, I digress. This is on a more serious note, and it's about the recent crash that happened in Truckee, California with a Challenger 605, an aircraft very similar to the one I'm sitting in now. This is a very different airplane, obviously. This is a Gulfstream G200 that I'm sitting in. But some points came up from this recent tragedy. And I'm not going to make any claims of any great knowledge or make any assessments on anybody individually right here. For those of you that know what I do work as a pilot expert for pilot actions and litigation and insurance claims, things of that nature. So I've got a little bit of experience. I've got decades of experience, over 100 different airplane makes and models, and literally tens of thousands of hours of flight time as a captain. But there's a wake-up call here, and I'm not going to relate this strictly to the Truckee accident, although you can read between the lines on your own, and maybe at some point we'll talk more about this. But the goal of these quick videos from Renegade Aviator is just to give my thoughts, my comments, and hopefully you'll get something out of it. Hopefully it'll spark some conversation. You don't need to agree with me. I don't care if you disagree with me. As a matter of fact, I welcome different opinions, but I'm going to have my own set of opinions and take it or leave it. It's my video. I do whatever the hell I want. My airplane, I do what I want. I'm the captain. Anyway, not making light of a serious incident here. Not at all. So first of all, prayers and condolences for everybody involved in that accident that happened in the Challenger 605 over at Truckee Airport. I've been in and out of that airport many, many, many times in all kinds of different jets, and it can be a tricky airport to get in and out of. But what I want to talk about here today, and keep this video fairly short, is pilots. You pilots that are watching this video right now, you've got an awesome responsibility. You've got an awesome responsibility to maintain control of your aircraft. And if you haven't done any kind of training that has you push the envelope a little bit, you're doing yourself and your passengers a disservice. Because in the end, all the automation we have on these jets, all the ways these jets will quote unquote fly themselves, all the cool things we can use to get in and out of airports, we should not lose control of our aircraft at any time for any reason, short of, something out of the ordinary. But most accidents that I investigate, most accidents that I write reports on are due to pilot actions. And related to this case, I think there's a cause here for us as aviators to look at how well we control an aircraft. And just a base to final turn can be disaster. And it's not related to airspeed. Go back and look at the basics. A wing will stall based upon one thing: exceeding the angle of attack on that wing for that particular phase of flight, for that particular flight condition that you're in. So there's a lot of things that happen. But let me say this point. When you're in a situation when you're pushed, you feel it. And those of you that are pilots, you understand this. There's certain phases in flight where you get overloaded. I'm going to ask you to start to identify when you become overloaded. We all get there. Every single one of us. Nobody is immune to this. And go-arounds are free. So you're coming into an airport, maybe it's familiar, maybe it's not. Maybe the weather's good, maybe it's not. Both irrelevant. The relevant point is that when you are flying that approach, just focus on that so we don't make this a 3-hour video. It'll be a short one. When you're making that approach and things don't look right, you're in too tight, you're having to make too steep of a bank, your airspeed's not settled in at the point where you want it, and more importantly, your angle of attack is not where it needs to be, go-arounds are free, baby. Go around. And if you're flying with someone in the G200, we fly with 2 pilots. In the Challenger 605, we fly with 2 pilots. The other pilot, the pilot that is not flying, has an equal responsibility to monitor that situation. And we just had this conversation in the cockpit of the aircraft I fly. We fly with 2 captains on board the airplane, and we swap seats every other flight. So we needed to reassess how we work together as a crew. And that if that other pilot senses something askew, something unstable, something that could cause a problem, and they call the go-around, they call the missed approach, that we respect the other crew member and initiate that. You single pilots out there, you've got a tougher job. If it doesn't feel right, it isn't right. Go around, it's free. You're not in a rush. But a base to final turn in visual conditions can mean disaster, especially on a highly loaded wing like we fly in jets. I've gone on long enough. Discuss this in the comments below. Contact me directly. Go to worldrecordjet.com, see what we're doing. Go to renegadeaviator.com, see what we're doing with air shows, and reach out to me directly. I'd love to have a conversation with you. We're on all the social media. Just search RenegadeAV8R. This is David Costa. Fly safe out there. Your passengers deserve it. Your family and friends deserve it, and the people on the ground and the aviation as a whole. Because of this crash, a lot of people are suffering, so condolences to everybody involved. But in the meantime, you pilots, pull your head out of your ass. Practice excellence on each and every flight. And if you have some ideas, or if you want to be coached, give me a call. David Costa, Renegade Aviator. See ya.